everybody. A couple things before we get started. If you know anyone who wants to play in Gmerit games, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them either about getting into a one-shot or getting onto the wait list for a campaign slot. Those you can find all my socials over at gmeric.com up on the top right-hand side there. You can also check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/gmeric, where we do early announcements, sneak peeks of art, etc. Go check that out. There's a lot of fun stuff on there, and you can even get your name in the credits. Also, the GM tips and archives go up over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And the clip contest is currently going on. So if there's a moment from a session that you like, or a timestamp, toss that in the clip contest channel in Discord. It'll be automatically entered to win one of these pixel dice, which are Bluetooth enabled and light up from the inside. It allows you to alter the color of the die and everything. It's really cool. And this will soon be able to connect to Roll20 and allow you to roll physical dice for the virtual tabletop. Oh yeah, it's really cool. Also on the website, right on the front page, I do have iris magnets. These holiday iris magnets are guaranteed to prevent any rust monsters from appearing in your kitchen. Should you see a rust monster in your kitchen when this is on your fridge, I guarantee to refund the full price of your magnet. So do go check these out. They are directly on the website, right on the front page, and they are awesome. They'll stick anywhere that a rust monster could attack, so your car, your fridge, etc. Guarantee you'll never see a rust monster as long as these are around. But let's go ahead and get you guys. Thank you for nodding at that one. It's bad, but I have to.
So, I love it. I don't want a rust monster in my kitchen.
Lastly, there's a couple of one-shots coming up. There's a one-shot this Sunday on November 17th at 4 p.m. That's tomorrow. If you know someone who wants to play in that game, the sign-up's over at gmeric.com. I also have a one-shot on November 21st, which is Thursday. Go check that out. It's going to be the Union, the Hunt for the Lost Horn. It's going to be a good time. So let's get you guys rolling because you guys came to play some D&D, and we got a lot to cover today. All right. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are out here, sailing near the ancient wastes, on your way southwards, in an effort to collect political power to restore Twilight's Call to his position of leadership and redeem the Shintaran Grove. You've made deals with the Shinozan Protectorate and are currently aboard the ship, the Manigath's Might, the flagship of the Shinozan Protectorate, with the military leader and ambassador of the Protectorate. Along the way, you've made friends with a member of the Blue Cloaks, Eowyn the Pyromancer, along with Ayla Taylor of a very interesting food-based religion that seems enigmatic and secretive, yet festive and fun. Over the past couple sessions, you also met up with Bwinkle, a mighty archer dressed in plate armor who was captured and nearly sacrificed to Vagradan. Now, as you guys sail westward, you're able to have a bit of relaxation after having last week encountered some undead and a ghost. Now, the question becomes, what would you guys like to do as we are just post-combat here? Winkle? You are severely injured. Yeah. You're shaking right now?
Yeah, shaking my head mostly to get the water out. But I've been stabbed, I've been almost drowned, and the Winkle is just tired.
Well, I was going to go downstairs and make him some gingerbread cookies because he just looked like he needed something, a pick me up. But if he'll follow me downstairs, I can see to his wounds too.
Winkle, will you follow Ayla Taylor downstairs?
Oh, yes, I love following her. She's so nice.
Ayla, is there any bit of a show as you go down the stairs, or is it just his natural eye line as you guys go downstairs?
Just his natural eye line. That's all he needs.
Understood. Winkle, it's nice following Ayla Taylor downstairs.
Yes, such a poetry in motion. She just looks so lovely,
Mm-hmm.
just like a moose.
Just like a moose.
She moves.
I've been hearing this for 42 years.
She looks.
For the record, gosh. For the record, if you're saying that your wife looks like a moose, you've either got a very special wife that accepts this as a term of endearment, or you're about to get stabbed.
Press the button.
Oh, she likes my quivering moose. Oh, she likes my quivering moose lips.
The quivering moose lips.
Explains a lot about covet, doesn't it?
Help me.
So, as they go downstairs to make gingerbread cookies, insert euphemism here, we're going to go ahead. It's like going to play patty cake, right? No?
I'm baking
Oh, yeah.
gingerbread cookies after I stitch him up.
Okay. Understood. It's Lauren. What would you be doing as these two individuals, consenting adults, go down to bake cookies?
I'll be chatting with Romos, I think.
Okay. You are loud today. I will double check to make sure it's not on my end. Anyway, you're going to be chatting with Rolmos, your husband of weeks. Excellent.
Yep. Because what he's said about the islands and the protectorate's relationship with them has been kind of rattling around in my head ever since he mentioned it. And I kind of realize as I haven't had that much experience with the islands, so I perhaps have only had a slanted view of the situation. I'd love to hear more about perhaps what signs I should look for. Do the islands seem discontent? They seem
Not discontent, but rather they see us as the masters of the protectorate. The empire that we have become now rules the islands. You understand? There is no autonomy left upon any of the islands of the protectorate. Over the eons, we have begun to impose the will of the government across them. They have come into line. And now, with you and I married, I hope that the discontent of the few rebels that are out there will be diminished.
hope so too. But perhaps when we are finished with this task, a tour is in order.
I believe I would enjoy that immensely. Going from one island to the next, simply sampling the views and being in your presence, my dear.
He smiles, Riley. It would be a business trip as well.
Of course. But what
But of course, there's time
business?
for ourselves.
Of course. But what do you think of these ancient wastes as he points at the horizon?
I think I have never seen anything quite like them.
Neither have I.
A land smothered by bones, where I fear we are barely scratching the surface of what they contain.
They are terrifying, and no one comes here. Have you heard any other legends of things that might reside there?
Apart from Vagradan,
Yes, I hesitate to speak the name lest unluck strike us.
I've heard curiously little about this land.
Likewise, perhaps it was forgotten for a reason. Maybe because of this that the Protectorate has not reached out our arm beyond this point. But we must sail around it in order to reach our destinations. We will have to swing past the horn of the land. In order to avoid days of extra travel, we must remain fairly close. Are you okay with that?
Do you know about the Horn of the Land?
Only by maps. I know not what might what might await us there. Oh. Whatever it may be, though, Slarin, Lady Shonazeth, I am here at your side.
I am at yours. We will face it together.
Indeed. As we have faced everything from the time of our marriage till now. If only we had been able to be together longer.
I suppose that is mostly or entirely my fault. She
He
says, she
smiles.
says with a wry grin.
Indeed. But you did what you believed was right. Now, what do you think of Winkle and Ayla?
They seem to be getting along.
Slarin, do you not see the spark of what you and I have in his eyes?
I see it, but I will remain at a distance and allow them to either find it or not.
You believe that Ayla will reciprocate?
My success at predicting the motivations and actions of others can be limited in this field.
He nods. Perhaps you were wise to allow them to simply have their own dramas and keep to our own.
that I am uninterested. Just I understand what can happen when one feels pressured.
Like running away.
Precisely.
Then allow me, Islarin. And he steps closer to you and holds his arms low and open to let you know that you are unpressured by me.
Of course. I'll step into his arms.
He holds you and then dips you down for a deep kiss. His hair and yours cascade to form a privacy against anyone seeing exactly the kiss. Before he lifts you back up, and both of your hair blow in the sea air. How refreshing. Well, as you two stand there, we pan the camera over to Eowyn. What is Eowyn doing after this horrific combat? Eowyn? Eowyn is AFK. There they are. Okay. What is Eowyn doing after having fought the undead?
Well, he still has the letter that needs to be delivered, so it's mainly just gonna be trying to figure out what to do with that.
Okay. Well, that's going to be your next stop when the ship pulls into the next port. Question is, what are you doing now? Just being pensive about the letter?
Yeah, just trying to figure out a plan beforehand.
Okay. Awesome. As we check in on Bwinkle and Ayla, does Bwinkle handle being stitched up well, or does he bellow when he is pierced by the needle?
Ooh, that hurts! Ooh, 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 ooh.
The rest of the ship hears, "Ooh, that hurts." And, you know, or at least, yeah, everyone would know that Bwinkle went off with Ayla and is bellowing.
Oh, hush, you big baby. I ain't even stuck you yet.
Oh, but that hurts already.
I'm sure it does hurt. But I haven't even stuck you yet. I've got finished cleaning the fur out of it.
Yeah, but you're rolling back the skin.
The only way to get the fur out of the wound. And you're lucky they missed everything that was important. It just went down into muscle. You're lucky.
Well, I got lots of that, yeah.
Yep, lots of that. Between your ears, too.
She just called you smart, Bwinkle.
Yeah. Ooh, she's so sexy.
As these bellows continue from within the ship, Covet Von Sin and Twilight's Call, what are you two up to? Covet? What are you doing after having engaged with the undead?
Well, I am excited that the undead's gone, and I am happy that Soul Render is not as bad as I thought it was going to be so far. Um, I told Twilight about the souls being released. I know I probably should tell Islaren as well, because I know that she was worried about it as well. Making sure that Twilight is okay. She looks around deck. Does she see Islaren on deck?
You see Islaren and Rolmos at the back of the ship, their hair blowing in the wind, looking like a romance novel cover.
Okay, so when yeah, they look a little busy.
Well,
Yeah, as you look at them, he dips her and gives her one of those romance novel kisses.
Mwah!
That's
And I
not the
continue
right
to try
sound.
and steer the ship while I've got Covet over here conversing with me.
Okay. Covet, you look at Twilight, and like Islaren and Rolmos, his hair is equally fabulous at the moment, if spattered with blood.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair.
It's perfect, literally.
Well,
Yes.
It's
splattered
Yes.
blood.
perfection, Covet Von Sin. Can you resist him at the moment?
Obviously not with a nat 20.
So, Covet, how would you react to the look?
Bloody hair and all. Give him a kiss.
No, after the battle, there would have been some prestidigitation to clean some of the goo and whatever out of the hair prior to. It would have been pristine. It would have reflected the glow. It would have been. Maybe he was born with it.
Maybe he was Maybelline?
Yep, you said it faster than I did. Yeah, definitely gives him a kiss. One that just kind of melts you. And then she's like, wait a minute. You have to steer the ship. Because those two are busy. As she points back towards the back of the
Which
ship.
two? This is turning into the Love Boat.
I am talking about the newlyweds.
I mean, different cultures do things differently. Who says that what's going on between Bwinkle and Ayla isn't already solidified?
I'm talking Rolmos and Islaren.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so right now you're the only one that can really like steer the ship at the moment.
Do you want to feel how to steal the ship?
You'll teach me? Yay!
Twilight, are you going to teach her how to steer the ship?
Absolutely.
This is not going to end well.
Covet, as you step in front of Twilight, his chin can rest on the top of your head as he guides your hands onto the wheel. What words do you say, Twilight?
I received a look of warning.
There was no look of warning. It was a look of, I know what's about to come out of your mouth. Behave!
Feel the tension in your hands. See how it responds to your motion. Guide it ever so slightly to where it performs the way that you want it to.
You mean like this? And she gently or attempts to gently turn the ship.
Please roll your survival check, Covet. The ship lurches to the side. Twilight, this is your opportunity. You knew it was going to happen. You may have assisted in making this surge of the ocean cause contact.
Quite. Keep it nice and steady. You don't want to jerk it too hard. You want to ease it to respond the way that you want it to.
She gently turns the wheel the other way.
Please roll a survival check. Thank you.
No, that's mine.
Oh, the yours? Okay. As he guides the ship in the appropriate direction, Covet, you're able to balance things out and get it going straight in the direction you'd like it to go.
Well done.
She squeals a little bit, and then she's like, "Wait a minute, that's not what." She thinks in her head, "It's not what nobles do. We don't squeal." Okay, I
Now
did
that we
it.
remember, if you want it to respond in an instant, it takes practice to guide it appropriately.
Understood. And she turns the ship again. Gently.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. You said survival, right? Yes. No, I can't do this without
Without guidance, the ship lurches to the side. Below decks, you hear a bellowing as the needle misses its mark at the moment thanks to Covet's jerking.
While I am sure they're enjoying this motion of this ocean, we really need to keep it straight and steady. Remember, we don't want to accelerate the pace, especially when it's moving the way that you want to. You want to keep it right where it's supposed to be.
Right.
Can I put some input?
Yes, Eowyn?
You'll hear Awen yell from below deck directed Twilight because he assumes he's the one doing it. He's just gonna yell, "Can you keep it controlled up there?"
I
like
so much. Twilight, the mood has been killed by Eowyn complaining about the fact that your steering sucks. Covet, you've been granted inspiration.
Twilight will yell back, "Is nothing more than an opportunity to inform, educate, practice, and perform. If you need assistance, I'm sure you can rise to the occasion as well."
Oh,
I love
real
the
quick.
fact that your daughter is behind you right now.
Oh yeah, let me tell you.
Just keep the ship under control. You're interrupting my thought process.
Doing more than that, you're causing me to stab Blinkle all over his body.
Well, I do apologize. I most definitely wanted to enjoy relishing in the opportunity to assist and educate my wife.
Real quick before we go any further, thank you so much, DMAC the Axe, for the inspiration. I have one already, so I'm gonna pass my inspiration over to who doesn't have one right now. Twilight then,
Understood. So,
and I'll eat the inspiration.
understood. So, in this situation, you are very inspiring to Twilight's call.
Damn right.
Understood.
That being said, Covet just, she realizes how terribly she steered the ship. Just goes sorry, and puts her hand above her forehead, so kind of hide her face. And she's just like, "I'm gonna go write in my diary, I guess."
No, you can't leave in the in the middle of your duty. You have to stay and serve out the entire time that's supposed to be allocated.
It's obvious that I don't need to be touching the helm.
Oh, but you must, because practice allows for that the gaining of knowledge of how to perform the skill.
But you just got yelled at for something I did by Eowyn.
And I would gladly do it again.
She
Ayla's
sighed.
gonna holler up to the deck. Can y'all drive this thing a little more securely? I'm already gonna have to stitch up his nose where I stabbed him twice.
Twilight will mumble under his breath.
It hurt.
Worth it.
Twilight, they're criticizing your driving.
Any sacrifice is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Speak for yourself.
Covet, will you allow Twilight to drive the ship alone, or will you continue your lesson? Okay, we fade to black on that moment. I saw the webcam. No one should look at the helm right now. We're just saying no one should look at the steering wheel of this ship or what's going on there. Understood. I saw the look on the webcam. That was... We're not going there.
No, that was not what I was about to say. That this has now happened.
Yes.
No, I was gonna say.
Kevin,
Probably
you're going to establish a memory for Twilight's Call.
What's happened has happened.
We're just going to gloss over that. Understood.
It's gloss.
Thank you. After a while, we're going to pan the camera down below the decks, where Bwinkle has some new injuries thanks to the driving of Covet Von Sin and Twilight's current driving. Twilight, can I get a survival check with disadvantage at the moment?
Yeah.
Because distraction. With an 18, you're still able to drive right. Cool. Ayla, you're able to stitch Bwinkle up. So, during this time, you can all gain the benefits of a short rest. So, click the short rest button up at the top of your character sheets. Use whatever hit dice you need to in order to regenerate hit points. As some people were uninjured in the combat, they really don't care. Except for their spell slots. But the day passes. And Romos will point out several features of the shoreline that he will encourage Twilight to avoid. You see various large skeletons and swarms of creatures crawling along the shoreline. Are you going to stay within sight of them, or do you want to sail further out, Twilight?
I've been instructed to keep the coastline in sight, and will continue to do so while avoiding some of the things that Ramos has pointed out.
Okay. Cool. Great. So, you guys continue going along, and today will pass uneventfully for the most part. Is there anything you guys would like to do during this voyage?
Eventually, once Ramos replaces me at the helm, I do want to finish my book of Ferrets in the Farmhouse.
Okay. You're going to go and finish the book. Understood. Twilight, you've been granted some ideas. as you are in your quarters. Covet, would you be joining him for the reading of Ferrets in the Farmhouse?
No, she would actually seek out Islauren if she is not busy with Ramos.
Okay. Is this Lauren busy with Rolmos?
Islauren is not. She is currently in her quarters sketching out something.
I don't know what's up with your microphone today, Jordan, but you are, big time.
I have no idea either. I haven't changed any settings.
All right.
It's very different because I usually have to max him out.
Yep.
So
All right. Well, hopefully that fixes it. So, Covet, you're able to find Islauren.
I knock on Islauren's door.
Rolmos will answer.
Wait a minute.
I thought
she
Ramos
said-
was steering the ship.
Yeah,
Oh, Rolmos is steering the ship at this point? Very well.
because Twilight is in his quarters reading that book. Reading the smut.
Okay. So,
No,
you're able to
I'll answer
find
the
some
door.
girl time.
So again, I knock on the door.
Islauren?
after a moment, Islauren will open it. A bit.
Hi, Islauren. I thought that you might want to have an update on certain aspects. And she puts her hand on her blade.
Islauren will glance at the blade, and then meet Covet's eyes and nod.
May I come in?
You may.
And she steps into the room. And when Islauren gets comfortable and with notes or whatever that she normally does with this sort of thing, she will begin her tale of what happened during the assault on the ship from the undead.
Okay. What do you say?
Okay. Well, I know some things. The undead were quite a not fun thing, obviously. They're not where they should be. And some spells were cast. I have been sitting on for a while because, well, frankly, they're very powerful and dangerous, and I don't like using them if I can avoid it. But they came in handy when necessary. But with the dagger, though, it felt different when the spirits that I released, when they were gone, they were, when I killed them, I guess, for a final time, they're not trapped anymore. They went on to the afterlife. I got no additional powers. I got nothing else. Just the spirits are free. They're gone. They've gone to whatever god they believed in at that time of death.
How do you feel about that?
They're not stuck anymore. They're not in eternal servitude. I'm happy because I don't have to worry about them going to some place that they shouldn't be. I'm not getting any extra bonus abilities or anything like that. They're going where they belong, and I'm happy with that.
It's good that. It's good that dagger does seem to be what it is purported to be.
And so far, the mask seems to be the same. I've got a lot of practice I need to do, but it seems to be on the up and up, which is nice. So I think that this can be beneficial in the long run so far. If anything changes, of course, I'll let you know. I just remain true to me and not compromise any of my beliefs or morals.
Glad. I admit I would say still worried, but I worry at most times about most. So this does bring me a sense of relief.
Well, I am still wary of it. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean,
Of course.
it just seems like everything's a test these days, so I'm going to continue to treat it as one. So, just if you see me start to stray, let me know.
I will.
Is everything okay with you? How's this whole ambassador thing treating you? I know that it's been a big change for you. We really haven't talked much about it.
Indifferent. Authority and responsibility beyond responsibility to my family or to myself different. Still feel bad about really putting us in jeopardy, Asu, the way things unfolded. Perhaps it does seem fitting that my first day as an adventurer and my first day as an ambassador, I would find a challenge that I did not know to expect. Therefore, have the opportunity to learn from it.
Well, you can't expect to be perfect on your first day. But as long as you learned from it, then that's good. I just hope that the next port will not be so adventurous. I like this word. This is a good word. I do wonder if we should go in full colors blazing next time. Maybe the reception won't be so prickly.
What do you mean?
I don't know whether you noticed, but did you notice how many people were running and scared?
Ooh, I need an insight check from Miss Lauren.
Because that was mentioned.
Yes. But Islaren would be used to that as part of the Protectorate.
And not necessarily associated with the activities that were ongoing.
Then 11.
Yep, so with an 11, Islaren, you may have noticed, but that's normal for military interactions when the Protectorate is involved. So the question is, would you have found it odd, or would you have accepted it as normal?
Well, people scramble to make last-minute preparations. Is that not why they were running?
Honestly, I don't think so. Did you not hear the words that were uttered by the captain of the guard while we were there? A truce until we left. Does that not seem hostile to you?
Oh. Suppose if she was expecting that not to be the situation. Interesting.
It's just my perspective. But maybe some, and you know how I am, research might be a good idea to figure out how the world really sees the protectorate. Is it really a protectorate or something a bit more sinister?
Have you been speaking with Rolmos?
No? Should I? These are my own observations.
Oh, never mind.
If you're sure. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. We thought we lost connection there for a second. It's I just want to make sure that I'm not stepping on any toes. You are the ambassador, and yes, I know I'm speaking out of turn, but you are also my friend. And it would not be good for a friend to hide said observation. So that is why
I would never be offended by someone speaking the truth to me. The truth as they see it.
And it is the truth as I see it.
And I will consider what you said, and perhaps we can attempt a different approach into Chunju. At least understand if if it makes a difference.
It may not. But your ship, your rules. Or as ambassador. So, well, with that, I do need to go write in my journal as she looks at her desk and not like not trying to see what's on her desk, but just kind of nodding at the desk and says, "Thank you for hearing me out, and I will see you at a later time in the morning, I guess, or during watch."
Anytime.
And she nods and goes to leave.
Okay. So, Twilight's call. You were left alone in your room.
Unsupervised.
Unsupervised, and have read your book. After completing this novel, what would you like to do, Twilight?
Think about how I could incorporate some of the principles and philosophies gleaned from the series.
Understood. As you grow meditative, Twilight, we're going to pan the camera to Eowyn. Eowyn, in your quarters, you've been thinking about the letters that you were given by Mr. Verm. You've delivered one and escaped. The question is, what do you plan to do with the second one? Is anyone there? There.
Burn it. I'm kidding. It's probably fireproof. I don't know.
Okay. Are you going to try?
I'm not going to try as much as I want to burn something right now.
Okay. All right. So, do you intend to deliver them?
I do. It's just I don't know what the place is like yet, but my basic samurai of my own plan right now is just try and be discreet about it.
Okay. Awesome. Then we pan over to Ayla Taylor. Ayla, Winkle looks like an anime version of a car wreck victim, bandaged head to toe, all over, little X of band-aids right on the tip of his nose where he got the boo-boo during the accidental driving of presumably Twilight's call.
Whoever was in charge, nonetheless.
Whoever was in charge or distracting him at that moment. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. But anyway, yes. I'm sorry for all the tape, but you were really injured more than I thought you were. Poor baby.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. But I kind of look like I've got a big wrapping. Like you could open me for Christmas.
Well, I don't think I would say that you look like a Christmas present, but yeah, you do look wrapped up, kind of like the mummy. So sit there, just take it easy, and I'll make you some gingerbread. That should make you feel better.
Ooh, I get to eat your cookies. They sound so good.
Okay, I'll make the gingerbread.
As Ayla ignores Winkle's attempts, you are able to go and start baking gingerbread cookies.
Ayla is just a little bit oblivious.
Understood. So, can I get your cooking check, please, which is based off of survival? With an 11, you make some nice basic gingerbread cookies. They're not anything to write home to mom about, but they're good. They didn't fall.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No,
but
they
were
didn't fall.
so tasty too. I love eating your cookies.
I can do better. Next time I make them, let's hope they come out a little better.
Do you give Winkle the cookies?
Of course. I'll give him all the cookies.
Understood. Winkle, how many cookies did you make? How big was this batch of cookies?
About 4 dozen.
4 dozen cookies. Winkle,
He's a big boy.
she will provide you with 4 dozen cookies. Are you going to eat them all?
Nom nom nom. Yes.
All right, I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Winkle.
You're going to get a tummy ache if you eat all of you.
Like the Cookie Monster. And Winkle begins chowing down upon Ayla's cookies. Yes, I said that on purpose that way. With an 18, however, Winkle keeps his tummy where it's supposed to be. Those cookies are delicious, Winkle.
Nom 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 nom.
Winkle.
You didn't need performance enhancing techniques or learning of the tongue technique.
Winkle. You found a
Yes.
woman. Look.
Ooh,
Oh no.
she's just wonderful. She's beautiful. She's heroic. She saves me, and now she makes cookies. I could eat it all up.
Winkle. Are you in love?
I'm too stupid to know that, but I think so.
Okay. At least a crush?
Yeah.
Ayla? Do you understand this is going on at all?
He's beginning to.
Okay.
I hope
She's
I
a little
fit.
slow on these things because she's never really been away from home until now. So she's a little slow on this, but she's beginning to catch on.
As a question for Ayla, have you had any previous romantic relationships?
That would be a no because my mom only let me hang out with the girls.
She goes on one trip and falls in love.
Well, she hasn't yet, but she knows that Winkle is at least interested in her. After all, those big moose eyes, the panting tongue, the tilt of his horns.
His eyes do the same thing to me that my puppy's eyes do to me.
Understood.
And I try to make quivering moose lips with cookie crumbs all over me.
Understood. So, you guys are able to go and have your long rests. As the rest of the day will pass uneventfully. Is there anything you'd like to do before sunset?
Possibly. Um, I think, okay, I'm trying to work on making some jewelry. I'd be able to get like what the DC is to put like 6 gems together into one piece.
Sure. The 6 gems would be these are just mundane gemstones.
Yeah.
So it's a DC 12. It's not super
Okay.
hard.
Super hard. But I will still go ask Twilight if I can get a performance enhancement first.
Understood. Twilight's call. There's a knock at the door.
Slard is not going to phrase it quite that way, but I know Twilight would appreciate it.
Understood. Slard is at the door, Twilight. Did Covet return back to the bedroom, to the quarters, or where did Covet go after talking to Slard?
Covet did go back to her quarters and is at the desk writing in her journal.
All right, there's a knock at the door, Covet.
She gets up from the desk and opens the door. It's Lauren.
As the door opens for you, Slaren, Twilight, what pose are you in at the moment? What state are you in?
So Twilight would have been laying on the bed, hand behind the head, looking at the back of Covet, waiting for her to turn in for the night.
Waiting, posing for her while she was looking away?
Subtly, not so subtly.
Is it the himbo pillow pose?
No, of course not.
Islarin, as Covet, unabashedly, unaware of this pose behind her, opens the door, you get to see Twilight in this position.
I will talk it up to Twilight. Twilight?
Uh-huh. That's valid.
That tracks so much.
For those of you
And
who
I
can't see the
will-
webcam, Ayla's sitting there going,
I'll say, good evening, Covet.
Good evening.
I was actually looking for Twilight.
At that point, she's like, "Oh, okay," and she turns and sees Twilight in this reclining state of comfort, and she's like, she's like, "Oh," and pulls the door just a little bit, and can you give me a can you give him a minute? Hold on, just a second.
Twilight, are you wearing a shirt in this scene?
No, not at all.
Is there a convenient sheet going on?
Ever so slightly.
Awesome. But that one bare leg?
But of course.
Understood. Islarin? It's just Twilight. Covet, you've asked for a moment.
I go grab his pants and throw them in his face. I'm like, she needs you. Put on some pants.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
And to be clear, Covet, asking for a moment, Islaren did not say, did not make any agreements that would confer moments to Covet. We're not making any fey bargains here.
No, there was no fey bargain. It was a command. It was happening. Give me a moment.
Understood?
And she throws the pants at Twilight, says, "Put on some pants."
So once Twilight is somewhat decent for public company, Pants, probably a shirt, unbuttoned. We'll open up the door, lean against the doorpost, and say, "What can I do for you, Sloran?"
And Covet is sitting on the bed, on the edge of the bed, with her head in her hands, just kind of shaking her head.
Because, of course, Twilight put on a show of putting the pants on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course. I'd be disappointed if he didn't.
I was wondering if you could cast a spell that would help me steady my hand. Working
Are
on
you
a-
looking for some type of strength enhancement? Are you looking for some dexterity so that you can have a little bit better technique? Or are you looking for some type of constitution for your endurance?
Dexterity for certain.
Let's see. Now, you do realize that this only lasts up to an hour. So do I need to go up to the deck and relieve Romos?
No. So I'm working on a surprise for him.
I see. Okay. So I will provide you with an hour's worth of Cat's Grace to help with your performance dexterity enhancement. Here you go. And he will tap her on the shoulder.
All right.
That is appreciated. Thank you, Twilight.
Islarin
And your
feels...
secret is safe with me. I will not disclose that you are practicing dexterous activities in your room while Romos is up on the deck.
That's HIPAA.
That's HIPAA.
God damn it.
No, I didn't touch her hip. I touched her shoulder.
No, we are in Toivoa. This is Musa.
Got it.
What does Musa stand for, Covet?
Don't ask any questions, Moose.
That is your assignment. Please provide me with the acronym of Musa. While Islarin is... Yeah, you're the one who brings it up. You're the one who gets to do it. Congrats. Islarin, you feel that your fingers are more dexterous at the moment and that you are more agile. Your project with these gemstones will probably work nicely.
I hope
Next
so.
last one of 1
Well-
hour, please consult your local magician. If you looked in your need any other type of enhancements, also please seek your local magician. Only actions and or activities should only last 1 hour.
And a little card from Leo Centauri floats to the floor.
Soren will listen to the entire terms and conditions, which hopefully will not take too long because it only lasts an hour. And she'll thank Twilight and head back to her quarters.
But you should notice there's some blank space under that terms and conditions where more can be added.
So, Islarin, feeling dexterous, you return to your quarters. Closing the door,
Yep.
you have the room to yourself.
Yep. I'll cast guidance on myself, and I will work on putting 2 sets of sapphires, 2 sets of moonstones, and 2 sets of emeralds, and designing them into a ring where the sapphires form the background of a blue sky, the emeralds form the shape of a wave, and the moonstones adorn the wave to give it little, I guess,
Foam.
almost a sparkle, yeah. Sparkle, reflection,
Awesome.
shine.
Very cool.
So,
Awesome.
guidance with advantage. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I got the advantage then.
Thanks to Twilight's gift of dexterity, your fingers are able to perform the acts upon which you desired. It's going to take you at least 30 minutes to do this, though. As the
So that
new
is
jewel... Go ahead.
It's the only thing I had planned for the evening.
Understood. As the new jewel in... The new jeweled ring sits before you, it's beautiful. You hope he's going to appreciate it. At sundown, Ramos will have one of the Fantastic Four come down and collect Twilight's call for the evening shift. Twilight, you're aware that this is going to happen. It's not a surprise.
Especially since I only need 4 hours to sleep. The other 4 is ancillary activities.
Ancillary activities. I am getting a shaking of head no.
No, I'm just laughing here.
Understood. So, Ramos will come into the quarters, Islarin. I fear the night, Islarin. That shoreline disquiets me.
All the same. I don't suppose it's any comfort that those undead also felt perfectly comfortable attacking in broad daylight. Perhaps they don't see night as anything special.
I hope you're right. Unfortunately, without being able to see the shoreline, we will be unable to avoid them as easily at night. I know that Twilight has superior vision in the dark. Elves are gifted in that way, but regardless, even he cannot see more than a few feet around the ship. I'm uncertain
Perhaps
as
we
to what
should
to
double
do.
the watch then.
Perhaps so. I will tell the ladies to assist him in his duties.
I will assist as well.
Will you not come to bed with me? You need to sleep as well.
In a moment. Oh, but first, I had something that I wanted to give you.
Oh? And he leans in and tries to hold your waist.
I will reach into a pouch in my backpack, hold ring clasped in my hands. I'll say, "Well, I was unable to get a proper ring for you before we wed, so I made this for you." We'll place it in his hand.
He looks at it. Slar, you didn't have to do this. It is beautiful. I will wear it with pride. I only hope it fits. Miss
I
Lauren?
did estimate your measurements.
Miss Lauren, we're going to have a, I need to set his ring size. So, Romos probably has a ring size, and we're going to shoot for 1d6 plus, 8. So, he's a size 14 ring. Slender fingers, but nice. Can I get you to roll your estimation?
What would I need to do for that?
1d6 plus 8. It's a little small. He's able to put it on his pinky finger, no problem. But he can't get it over the big knuckle on his ring finger at the moment.
We'll make a note to try to resize it at some point.
Do you have the mandrel to do this? It doesn't take long. Do you have jewel crafting tools? I believe you do.
I do, yes.
Okay. So, yeah, you can easily resize it. It only takes 5 minutes. And you can make it fit perfectly.
Only the best form.
It's better larger... Sorry, it's better that his fingers be larger than the ring so that you can resize it easily instead of having to cut sections out of it.
Okay.
I love the fact that there's two people who know exactly what I'm talking about and are nodding. Yep. People have experienced this in the past. All right. So, as you guys go to bed, he's going to go to sleep. And you said you're going to help Twilight up on deck?
Yes. I will. I'm going to take a watch shift and here I'll take one shift, but also get a long rest in stored.
Okay. Cool. If you guys are cool with this, I would like to skip ahead by a week. Montaging
Yeah.
all the activities that we do here. Wow. I don't know what that was, but apparently I triggered something in 3 people on the webcams.
All we think of is Muppet Treasure Island and everybody stuck on the ship.
Understood.
Is there a wailing that I'm hearing from the Kiki's Nest?
There is no wailing from the Kiki's Nest as no one's up there.
Okay.
Remember,
In the
Kiki's not
direction.
What a
aboard.
shame.
They could be in mourning. You don't know this.
Oh no. They're finding comfort in their own personalities.
So it's
And-
not wailing.
It's not wailing, it's other noises.
And we fade to black.
Correct. We do not need the details of what the crew do in their off time. We'll just let the fan service handle that later. Anyway. After a week of traveling, you guys have been attacked by several waves of skeletons and, without much effort, warded them off. The ship is in fairly good repair. Your food stores are a little low, but Ayla still has create food and water, and you guys are able to survive without issues.
Covet just doesn't try to steer the ship anymore for fear of turning
Oh no,
Winkle
this is
into
going to be a daily activity.
Oh, poor Winkle. He comes out with more boo-boos every day.
That may or may not be the motivation of the daily learning activities.
There's no hostility
We're working
between
on it.
players there at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Musa covers us.
Musa, the Medical Undeclared Safeguarded Activities Organization?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good actor.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, you could have been a person that works for the government.
Well, one day, maybe.
And we'll put that in chat for you guys there. There you go.
That's it.
All right.
I'm gonna do some rolls for my gem crafting over the week.
Sure. Ooh.
With guidance, I mean, it's still gonna be a 7.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll succeed on 3 of them. 3 of them.
Does this Lauren come for
Oh.
regular performance enhancements periodically through the course of these days?
Not by default, especially if it's like one of the easier ones. She's only doing like 1 or 2 gems at a time this time.
Oh,
It's really only the one that was super complex that she wanted help with. Actually, after 2 failures in a row, then she will for help on the last one.
Okay.
There we go.
But you didn't need it. All right. So after a week, you guys have managed to travel to where the corner of the ancient wastes is about to turn southwards. So, right up here. Thank you for the dotted line, Twilight's Call.
those squigglies that went close to shore, that's when Covet was driving.
Those are when Covet was driving.
Absolutely.
I am going to say a controversial thing. Are you blaming women drivers?
Of course not. These were just activities that were interacting between Twilight and Covet that resulted in deviation of the actual projected performance and or direction of the ship upon the open waters.
Woman
Sound like
driver.
you work for the government.
Gotcha. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm just going to blame Twilight for it. That's all.
And another card floats to the floor from Yo's inventory.
Actions or activities that may be derived from the implication and or derivatives are not associated and or otherwise allocated to those that may or may not share in the same gender and or allocation as appropriate.
Okay. Awesome. So, after a week, it's a gloomy day today. Off the side of this ship, you can still see the shoreline. And you've seen several slithering creatures amongst the bones, but never gotten to see them properly. Today, there's more activity on the shoreline. And with the overcast sky, the sun is dim. The
The
waves...
sun-
It seems bleak out there.
There's more activity on the shoreline.
One job on this ship.
And it took us an hour and a half. I'm so proud of us.
As you guys are sailing along, you'll feel a chill wash over the deck, like a cold front blowing through.
I feel a cold. I feel a chill going across the deck. Like the cold is coming through. It's not quite right, but it's close.
You're trying to.
No, I was reading something and then it just didn't work out well. Sorry. Please keep going. That doesn't count.
It does not. As you are sailing along, A mist begins forming across the ship, shimmering silver. You can hear a woman's voice whispering, "Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Where are you? Can't remember. I can't remember. Where are you?"
Remember the 1st of November.
As you are sailing, this mist begins to coalesce into a shimmering form wrapped in a flowing robe that sparkles with spectral silver threads. The woman's face is pale and sorrowful, with faint traces of the tattoos that once adorned her skin. The figure glows faintly in shades of blue and purple, and her hair drifts as though underwater, whispering in the wind.
What brings you aboard our ship?
She seems to be drifting across the deck, moving slowly. She seems to be drawn along by the reality of your vessel.
Who might you be?
She doesn't respond. She looks confused, puzzled, and fearful.
Why are you still here?
There's no response. She seems to be looking down, cautious as she reaches the edge of your ship, as if she's about to leap off into a great abyss.
Wait. What keeps you here?
She turns, looking for the source of a whisper.
What keeps you here?
I don't remember. Don't remember. And she begins to pantomime that she is going to cast a spell. Her robes begin to billow and crackle with an unfelt wind. Her hair blows upwards.
Covet prepares counterspell just in case.
Okay.
What is your name? What is your name?
She
What is
pauses her spell. The wind that she feels continues. She looks over her shoulder as if distracted by an unseen person. She looks in your direction but does not see you, Twilight.
what is your name?
She looks in your direction, Covet. I am Asmira. I will end him. She turns, resolute, away
Who is-
from you.
Who is him? Who do you want to end?
Stop speaking to me, trickster. I've defeated you already. I will end Vagrodan once and for all. You cannot stop me with your distractions. Your voices are rejected. I will slay the evil and rid Shu of him. Upon these obsidian cliffs, I will dash his body and slice him asunder. The might of the storm will do this. and nothing you say will stop me.
He is no longer here.
Be silent, evil thing. He will die today. And her robes begin crackling with lightning.
He was last seen 3 weeks to the east.
There's no responses. Her spell intensifies. Are you going to try to counterspell this spell?
We too seek the end of Agrodan. How might we gain control of the shards to end his miserable life?
Shards? You're trying to distract me. I will not be dissuaded. He will die. And her arms raise up and lightning crackles from her hands into the sky where a storm cloud begins to form.
Is this directly over us, or is this
Directly
over the land?
over you guys.
What else can we remove? Doldran's shadow.
Shadows.
Yeah, shadow scars, ill progeny.
There's no response to that. The storm begins to intensify. The wind begins to be felt by you guys. Your clothes are snapping in the intense breeze. You don't quite yet need to fight against it as you're able to hold your ground, but the wind is going to get more intense as the waves begin to break around the ship.
I go ahead and cast the counter spell
Okay?
at 5th level.
5th level. I need you to go ahead and roll a charisma check up across the top. I need you to beat a 19, as this is a 9th level spell. With a 24, your counterspell fires off, and she screams, "No!" and fades from existence.
That was interesting.
Do I feel her spirit gone,
She is not here,
but not released either?
not released.
I wonder who Asmira was or is.
I don't know.
As the waves begin to return to normal, there's still some sloshing around as the ship begins to tilt back and forth, righting itself. That was close. With a 9, Covet, you've never heard of this person before.
Nope.
Ooh, Ayla Taylor. Here we go. Ayla Taylor. We're going to go ahead and give you a whole chunk of lore. Do you want me to share this with the party, or do you want me to just send this to you through Discord?
Go ahead and share it with the party because I'm going to tell them anyway.
So, Ayla, when you were much younger, you heard tell of the legend of Lady Asmira, the Silver Sorceress. Long ago, when the land of Shu was vibrant with life, and its people thrived under the blessings of the Moonlit Order, Lady Asmira of Fluidan stood as one of the brightest lights of her age. She was born beneath a rare celestial event where the moon Anwa shone silver and cast its glow upon the world for a full day. Her village elders took this as an omen, sending her to the Moonlit Order's sacred temple in Shadur Shaddai to be trained in the arcane arts. From a young age, Esmira displayed an extraordinary aptitude for magic, her spells weaving threads of light and shadow as if they were her own. Her affinity for lunar magic and storms earned her the title Silver Sorceress, a name that soon became synonymous with hope and wisdom. Esmira's life took a turn when Vagradan, the two-headed dragon of ancient nightmares, awoke from its slumber beneath Shalosh. The beast's heads, one breathing fire and the other spewing bright acid, laid waste to the realms of Shu, devouring cities and reducing fertile fields to barren wastelands. The rulers of Shu called upon the Moonlit Order of Fluiden for aid, and Esmira was chosen to lead their efforts. She spent weeks crafting powerful wards and summoning celestial forces determined to shield the kingdom from Vagradan's wrath. Her silver light became a beacon for the people, inspiring armies and commoners alike to stand against the monstrous foe. The final confrontation with Vagradan was a battle etched into the annals of history. Esmira stood atop the obsidian cliffs where the ancient wastes now lie, her robes billowing like a storm as she wove her mightiest spell. A tsunami and hurricane formed around the wastes and began to develop to a tremendous point. As the battle raged below her, as Shu's armies clashed with the dragon's shadow-spawned minions, summoning the full power of the moon and storm, Esmira reached and unleashed a radiant shield that deflected Vagradan's fiery breath and forced the dragon to falter. But such power came at a price. Esmira's mortal form began to crack under the strain of channeling so much magic, her essence bleeding into the spell. With one final surge of energy, she drove Vagradan away, but her body disintegrated, leaving only a faint silver glow where she had stood. Her spell failed. After her sacrifice, the people of Shu erected the Sanctum of Light in her honor, a towering spire in the heart of the ancient wastes. Over time, the region became desolate, the scars of Vagradan's destruction never fully healing. It is said that Lady Esmira's spirit lingers near the ruins of her sanctum, still protecting the land from evil. Her ghostly form appears to lost travelers, offering guidance or warding them away from danger with cryptic warnings. She has been seen attempting to recast her spells to protect the land from Vagradan. Those who have seen her describe her as a shimmering figure of sorrow and strength, her voice like the chime of silver bells. The legend of Lady Esmira endures as a symbol of selflessness and unyielding courage. To this day, her story is told around campfires and sung in ballads, reminding the people of Shu that even in the darkest moments, light can shine through the actions of one brave soul. It's whispered that when the moon shines brightest, her spirit grows stronger and she watches over the land and sea that she gave her life to protect, awaiting the day when a new hero might rise to banish Vagradan forever.
So, guys, that's all I know.
Oh, that Esmira. Yes, of course.
We do the BS meter upon Twilight's call. Can I get an deception check Twilight?
It's a deception.
Of course, you say you know this stuff.
Ah.
Everyone knows that you're lying.
She was a very, very special person. Looks like she still is.
Do you think she could have been trying to protect us or warn us of something?
Winkle blinks his eyes and goes, "Could she have come after me?"
I don't think so, because I think she was trying to warn us of what's there, that Vagradan's still alive and well. He was never destroyed, and we've seen him. So,
And Winkle was trying to be sacrificed to him.
Winkle, was that? Did you volunteer for that one?
They just told me I was going to meet their new god.
He volunteered.
Ooh. Is that so?
Which would explain the whole dagger thing.
yeah, but I don't think he volunteered to be sacrificed. I thought, come on, y'all, this is Winkle. He thought he was literally going to go meet a new god. You know, like walk in, shake his hand, say, "Hi, how you doing, God?" You know, I don't think he thought he was going to be sacrificed.
Summoning of undead, bringer of the horde.
And that's when you hear a chorus of roars from the shoreline.
I hear a chorus of roars from the shoreline.
What is it saying?
Roar.
It says roar. As bones begin raining down upon the ship, you guys are easily able to take cover from them. But that's what I need you guys to please target your tokens. And let's roll for initiative. As
For the
you
record,
see,
go for it.
you did have a long rest, yes. So do hit the long rest button. As from the south of you, you see 8 serpent-like dragons rise from the shoreline and head in your direction, each of them cascading acid wings behind them. Winkle, you have been granted inspiration by the chat. Because, according to the quote, Winkle is a lovable idiot. Here, please take this inspiration, you goofy moose. You're going to need it.
Already got one. I need to give this one away.
Okay. Does anyone not have inspiration at the moment?
So
Ayla, I
let's
think,
give it
raised
to
her hand.
Ailey.
We're going to give it to Ayla. Awesome. So, Ayla, Winkle looks dashing in that suit of armor, and he's posing
Oh, yeah.
for you as he inspires you
Oh.
towards greatness. And then Winkle gains inspiration from the chat.
Be
Very well.
careful, my moose.
Understood.
Possessive already.
Well, I feel like he's mine. I've sewed him up 28,000 times in the last week.
What have you been doing to him?
I'm doing nothing. He's just kind of a little bit clumsy unless he's shooting his bow and arrow.
Wait,
You
what's she
got
doing?
yourself-
He's clumsy. He'll run into a wall and rip his arm open, you know, on a nail or something like that. So if he's shooting his bow and arrow, he's perfect. I mean, you know, he's agile, he's dexterous, he's careful, but just to walk
She's been
across the
watching.
room,
She's been watching.
just to walk across the room, he's got a problem.
Yeah, but I get attention.
Freezing on all of that. Oh, man. God. Ayla, I'm glad you guys are having a great relationship. Having so much fun with this. All right. So I do need to pull Rolmos up here, as we are engaged in combat. All right, Rolmos' initiative here is pretty high this time. Awesome. Cool. And the Fantastic Four will act on the same term as Rolmos, just to save time. Cool. So, going down the order here, we have Islarn Shonazath.
Alright. These dragons are out at a very long range, so I think right now it's just time to prepare. Right, who can I bless? Um,
Would you like to bless?
Just saying, this is some really awesome music.
Thank you.
yeah,
I picked up another 54
move.
tracks.
I'm gonna move to here. To be able to bless Eowyn, Covet, Twilight, and myself from here.
Very well. Anything else you'd like to do?
And I'm also going to start heading in this direction toward the ballistas. So that might be the thing I can most help out with until the dragons actually get a lot closer.
Cool. Sweet. Then we go to Eowyn. What would Eowyn do?
Isn't Twilight supposed to go before me?
Well, you're correct. Twilight, I skipped you. While Eowyn prepares, what would you do?
So, Twilight's going to see these dragon snake looking things way over there, and they look like baby Vagrodans.
They do.
That's not good. We'll take his longbow and we'll shoot twice at this one way over here on the far side.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely I can. Watch.
And what's the range on that?
With sharpshooter, I can shoot out to
600 feet.
600.
And your arrow catches it and deals 15 damage to the dragon.
Yay.
As the arrow pierces from very long range, that's very effective.
Feeling a little bit bold, he will try again. This one's a little bit stronger shot.
Okay. Using your strong shot, you will critically strike from this range, and you're going to deal 25 plus 1, so 26 damage as that arrow catches the dragon, and it is diverted for a moment.
Okay. Awesome. And then we'll activate my animated shield.
Understood? Cool. After Twilight's call, we go to Eowyn. Eowyn, what would you be doing?
I don't have a spell that reaches that far. I don't
True.
think so, at least. I think I'm just gonna... I'm gonna prepare a guiding bolt in case they do get close.
All right. Got it. So, after Eowyn prepares the guiding bolt, we go to Rolmos Manigath. Rolmos shouts, Islarin, I hope you're ready. I know that you can do well at this. Keep up the faith. Do well. And he's going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Islarin.
I will raise an eyebrow.
Cool.
I will
Winkle.
acknowledge him with a raised trident.
He smiles. And I'm going to send you a note just because it's fun and I don't want to get in trouble. So,
Oh, where's the fun in that?
because I just want Islarin to hear that one. Does that make sense, Islarin?
I was thinking that was what it was going to be.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. Okay. As Islarin acknowledges the inspiration, the other ladies prepare the ballista, and they're going to fire the ballista first at the one on the far left down here. And this is not with disadvantage, so 1d20 plus 4. With a critical miss, it misfires. All right, Boinkle, what would you like to do, sir?
According to this, I don't have anything that can actually make that long of a.
Your longbow shoots up to 600 feet. Yes, you can reach them.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, Winkle is
What's Winkle going to do?
Winkle's going to fire a longbow, accurate. No, I'm going to do the strong shot.
Okay. At the same one that Twilight shot?
Yeah, same one he shot.
Okay. As you hear the longbow of Winkle creak under the tremendous force that he's bending it with, he fires. Ever seen a moose bend over a tree? This sapling that he uses as a longbow twangs as he releases the arrow. And he will pierce it, dealing 20 damage. He has sharpshooter, so ignores the disadvantage for long range.
Yeah. Okay. How about if I do this?
Okay. Again, he pierces it for 20 damage. He is very consistent. Your third shot, Boinkle. Will miss in the distance.
Oh well.
All right.
2 out of 3 is pretty good.
As she strokes your ego, Winkle, we go to Ayla Taylor's turn.
Well, Ayla's going to cast Bless. Let's see. Eowyn, do you have Bless?
I think I do. I can't remember.
Yeah, Eowyn has bless.
Okay. So if I cast Bless, I can get Winkle and 2 of the girls. And then everybody's been blessed.
Okay. Cool. So everyone is blessed. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Ayla? Any movement, bonus action?
No, that can't reach anything. So I'll just say I'm preparing to shoot when they get closer.
Okay. Sweet. So it's then going to become their turn. And these dragons fly very fast. We're going to fly a total of 80 feet first to here, and then we're going to fly an additional 80 feet to here. So, Rona, what would you like to do?
Rona can't do a whole lot at the moment, but will come out there, and then we'll right about here. And that's it.
Okay. Covet von Sin, what would you like to do?
Even if I move forward, I can't do a lot. I can't do anything. Okay, so. Alright, so she's gonna move forward. Oh, okay, let's see. 30. How far does that make me? Still out of range. Everything is out of range. Okay.
Won't be for long.
Well, I am quite aware of that. Okay, so when she when these things get close enough, she will cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So she's gonna hold her action until they get close enough.
Cool. As you're holding your Eldritch Blast, we go to Slarin.
I'm going to signal to the two closest members of the Fantastic Four, point them over to the ballista to see if we can get like rapid fire capability on that.
Okay.
And then I go. They're just gonna get here by the time I have any do anything about that. So we'll still have a lot of people all in one spot. So I'm gonna go over in that direction. Set up aura of protection over here. I'm gonna use my action to dash.
All right.
Yeah, let's get to there.
Cool. Anything else, Slarin?
Actually, I'll move one spot over here. We'll have in there just to make sure that you keep your bless up.
All right.
But yeah, that'll be it.
Mr. Call.
All right, these aren't quite in the range of what I am wanting to accomplish. So he will take 2 shots at this one again.
Same one that you've been targeting?
Yep. Oof.
A 17 against this creature misses as it barrel rolls around the arrow.
That's not good. We'll take a second shot. There we go.
The 26 does pierce it as you caught it in mid maneuver. Arrow sticks there, leaking acid into the sea. Anything else, Twilight's Call?
No, that is it.
Aowen.
Are they close enough for the guiding bolt to
Or
go
Guiding
off?
Bolt? I don't believe so. Guiding Bolt has a range of, I believe, 60 feet. They're triple that.
No, the guiding bolt pulled up here has a range of 120 feet.
Yeah, guiding bolt's got
Right.
120 feet.
So 120 feet would be this line here, so not quite yet.
Okay.
Are you going to still concentrate on that?
Yeah, there's not much else I can do.
Okay. Cool. Romos is going to shout to Eowyn, "You're doing well. Keep it up." And you gain Bardic Inspiration. Winkle, what you doing, sir? What is
Yeah,
our massively armored
that guy.
Boostar doing? Go shoot once again. All right, same target.
Yes, same target.
All right, 3 shots.
Do it slowly. Strong shot.
Okay. Again, the bow clangs outwards and deals 26 piercing damage without a critical strike.
Wow.
Whack.
Okay, gonna do it again.
Okay. Again, an arrow sings from the string, dealing 23 points of damage.
Good grief.
And one more shot.
Okay. Thud. The bow shoots the ground, hitting the deck of the ship. The arrow embeds itself there deeply.
At least it's not in my foot.
Not this time.
Thank the Lord.
What? And after Winkle, we go to Ayla Taylor. What would you
Okay,
like to do, Ayla?
once again, Ayla cannot do anything because everybody's still about 15 feet too long. Reed.
Okay. Need you to push the button, please.
I'm just going to be prepared to shoot something when it gets close.
Understood. Well, you're not going to have to wait very long.
I think I would.
So, we're going to fly closer. And we're going to fly 80 feet to here. And this one here is going to decide if it's going to fly towards Serona or the ship. So, 1d2. We're going to fly towards the ship. So, another 80 feet as the prepared actions fire off. All right, so we're going to go down for prepared actions here. Zerona did not have a prepared action. Covet did have a prepared action. What are we doing, Covet?
I am actually going to do an Eldritch Blast and push this one. Whoops, let me change this. Push this one back.
Okay.
And
let's see if you can push that one backwards. With a 25, you do blast it, dealing 16 force damage and rocking it backwards 10 feet.
Yep, and then here's my other two. And last one.
Excellent. Sweet. Another 10 feet blasted away. As he dealt an additional 11 damage there. 3 blasts as you knock it away from you. Anything else, Covet? That was your prepared action. So, Islarin, your prepared action. Did you have one?
I did not have one.
All right, Twilight's Call was already shooting. Eowyn, your guiding bolt. Which one are we throwing the guiding bolt at, Eowyn? This one here? Excellent. That will hit, dealing 13 radiant damage to it. Awesome. Romos does not do anything. Ayla, your prepared action, please.
Yeah, I had a guiding bolt ready, and I'm going to shoot this.
Okay, this one here. We'll get to the fan 4. Yep. Give me just a sec. Your guiding bolt, Ayla, misses, unfortunately. The Fantastic Four will fire the ballista.
Yeah.
And they will miss. Alright. That is the extent of the dragon's turn.
Did they have bless?
They do not.
They did
Ayla
one
blessed
by
at
me.
Oh, you
least-
blessed all of them? Okay.
Yes,
All
I
right.
did.
Yep. Everybody's blessed.
Everyone's blessed. They will hit.
Hashtag blessed. Yes.
And they will deal 31 points of damage to this one over here. Right here. Cool. Zerona.
All right, Serona is going to fly up and take 2 strikes. One. Ooh,
Okay.
well, hit that one.
So Serona will slash this one. And because they did attack with physical attack in melee, Serona's going to suffer acid damage coming back at her. And that's going to be 11 acid damage to Serona because she buried her claws into it.
And she doesn't have any type of resistance. Please say 11.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Anything else for Serona?
And that is it.
All right. Covet von Sin, what would you like to do?
She sees what this one has done. So she is going to cast Empowered Hex on that one first.
Okay.
And then she is going to cast Eldritch Blast on the same one.
Okay.
Ooh, that's 18.
You will hit, dealing 23 damage to it.
All right, second hit because it probably doesn't have much left.
Oh, That's a critical strike.
Nice.
Excellent. You're going to deal 16 plus 18. It's 34. 34 plus 12 would be 46 damage as the Eldritch Blast tears the side of the dragon open and the acid just pours outwards in a spray as the dragon is destroyed.
Okay. Does it? Okay, so I'm just trying to understand.
46 temporary hit points.
Yes. It's more of when this one dies. Does it automatically go over here, or
Nope.
do I have to? Move
You have to use a
myself?
bonus action to move it.
Okay, so I've already done that, so I'll have to wait for the next
Correct.
round. Okay. All right, cool. One more hit, and that one's gonna go for right here.
Very well. The Eldritch Blast rocks outwards, striking the Serpentine Drake.
Was there anything that it? Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Last one. Oh, I don't hit anything.
Nope.
Nope.
And balance in everything.
Yep. It's real quick. Did the crit do anything with the dagger?
It released the spirit. I don't believe it's supposed to do anything on a critical strike, is it?
Yes, it is.
What does it do? I forgot.
Let me show you. Let me share it. It may not apply because the thing died, but
When you critically strike a spell, you can expend hit dice in order to increase the damage. Would you like to increase the damage based off of your hit die by investing your own life force to do more damage to the one you just killed?
no, I'm good.
Okay. So, Anything else, Covet? Any movement?
No, well, maybe just a couple of steps back, and that's about it.
Okay. Lauren, what would you like to do? It's your turn. Twilight, you're next.
All right. I am going to move to here, and I'm going to try to attack this dragon right in front of me.
With a critical strike.
I'm going to smite the dragon in front of me.
All right, so we're at
I'm going to
19
do
plus
that
11,
at-
so we're at 30 damage already.
Yep, I'm going to do this at 3rd level.
Sure.
Are these fiends or undead?
They are not.
All right. So, good. That 4d8.
All right. So that's going to be 79 damage dealt. Ow.
Wow.
You did strike it in melee, so you will suffer 13, should be not slashing, but 13 acid damage.
And I can't fail the concentration if her bless
Okay.
with that amount of damage. So I will attack again.
Okay. And you will hit for 21 points of damage on this.
And I will swing a 3rd time with the opposite head.
Nope, you do need to suffer the 12 points of acid damage. And then the 3rd
I did
strike.
Wrong. I did the wrong damage roll, so that should. That did the right radiant damage, but I need to do the piercing.
Okay. How much slashing damage? So, it should have been 21 damage total?
Yeah.
Understood. And you suffer an additional 13 acid damage for striking it in melee. Anything else is sorry? No?
I think that's. I'm deciding if I want to move. Yeah, I think I'll take that risk. I'm gonna try to move to the other side of the Fantastic Four over here. I will risk that opportunity attack.
Of course, it will try to bite at you. Hissing terribly.
Right. Good. I want to move to. I don't know if there's enough room in this square, so I'll stop here.
Okay. Awesome. Twilight's Call.
All right. They're not as bunched up as I would want them to be, so they're not going. That's going to change how I was going to deal with this.
Awen, you're up next. Go ahead.
Yep, I'm going to shoot at this one here,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my defensive flourish
Okay.
associated with
Okay.
that one.
And that will hit. You will deal 22 plus 7, so 29 damage. As the arrow pierces it, the acid eats away at the arrow after it's pierced. The arrowhead will slide inside.
And that added 7 to my AC.
Gotcha. Putting you at what right now?
28.
That's pretty good.
We'll take a second shot.
Yes,
at
sir.
it.
And with a 24, you will pierce it once again, dealing 19 damage.
And then I will go ahead and do my swift quiver and take 2 additional shots.
Okay. A 20 will hit for 22 points of damage. Again, the arrow sings true, followed by an additional 20 for a total of 42 additional damage from your Swift Quiver spell. Anything else, Twilight's Call?
I think that is it for right now.
Very well. Eowyn, there's a dragon next to you. What would you like to do?
I have this thing called a Dragon's Lair longsword. Would that work?
It would work.
I haven't used it yet, so I'll use it on this one.
All right. Eowyn draws forth the Dragon Slayer longsword, which deals double damage to dragons. And so, is this one-handed or two-handed, Eowyn?
One-handed.
Okay. Do you have a shield in the other hand?
I think I have a shield. I never really checked.
I believe you do. All right. So you will slash this dragon, and you're going to deal a 19 doubled to 38 damage on your first swing.
I have a shield. I just checked.
Okay. Because you did strike this with a melee swing, you will suffer 12 acid damage as acid flows down the sword and onto your hand. That's enough to kill a commoner, but not you, Eowyn. All right. As Eowyn swings the sword, we're going to, did you want to move or anything else?
No, I think I'm fine here.
Okay. Cool. After Eowyn, we go to Rolmos. Rolmos is looking at the situation. This is most dire. Lady Covet, please be inspired.
I feel inspired.
Got one job on this ship. Winkle! What would you like to do, great Musatar? As you stand next to the crush that you have, Ayla Taylor.
I will. And I will use my accurate shot.
Okay. Shooting at which one? This one here? Gotcha. As he looks to defend the beauty that is Ayla Taylor, he fires and pierces this thing for 15 damage.
Can I make? Okay, so I want to take another accurate shot.
Okay. And that will pierce it again for 11 points of damage as your arrow is consumed by the acid here.
Okay. Shoot at him again, or you can shoot at this other one over here. Turn. A move is an action.
All right.
Same guy.
Yes. The third shot here will critically strike once again, dealing 20 points of damage. Whack. Good shot, sir.
As he yells out, "See that, Twilight?"
The rivalry is on. Ayla. Winkle seems to be preening in his prowess.
Yeah, he does.
Winkle, did you want to move?
Oh, now you.
Yes, I would like to step in front.
Well, she's gonna move.
Never mind.
Never
She's
mind.
gonna-
Okay. Ayla, what you doing?
Ayla's gonna move right here. Cast. She's gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay. As Ayla steps in front of you in a defensive posture, Twinkle, not only does she patch you up, but she also stands in front of you in combat to protect you.
Oh, what a beautiful protector. She is just wonderful.
I've lost the sound.
Lost the sound?
Lost sound.
It's back again.
Okay. I think she just didn't want to listen to Winkle's flirting.
And for my bonus action, I want to pull out the giant turkey leg
Okay.
and we'll batter this guy right here.
We're going, wait, that's not how that works. Battering things is with breading, right?
No, I'm gonna beat him.
Isn't that done with the
Tenderize.
whisk?
Beat him with the turkey leg.
Okay.
Well, then you can batter him and fry him up.
All right. So, as the turkey leg reaches out to slam this guy, technically, these drakes at one point were eggs. With the 17, unfortunately, it misses as this serpentine form writhes around.
Oh well.
All right. Anything else, Ayla?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Then we begin their turn. There are 2 of them within the Spirit Guardians. Their wisdom saving throws. One of them will succeed, taking 5 points of damage. The other one will suffer the full 11. Then the dragons, as one, open their jaws and will breathe outward acid. And we are going to bathe the ship in acid. This is going to be great. So, we're going to do outwards here. And this is a 30-foot cone. So, 30 feet from this dragon will only affect Islarin. Islarin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Islarin, you're going to suffer.
I do have
You're blessed.
Bless.
I do have bless.
So you will succeed, and because of the blessing, you will only suffer 28 points of acid damage.
I'll keep bless.
The next one breathes outwards and will target these 3 people. And our lovely crewmen will both succeed, and because they have evasion, will take no damage. Islarin, you succeeded, and I didn't roll the damage for this one, did I? So the acid breath would have been 55 damage. So you succeeded. You will take 27. The third dragon here is going to breathe outwards. And I could breathe on to Slarin, or I could breathe over here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't reach her. So I have 6 targets I can focus on. Who are we going to breathe on? 1d6. Target number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Islarin.
No.
Islarin, I direct my breath
Sorry.
at you, which is going to target all 3 of those people. The 2 ladies. One of them is going to suffer the 55 acid damage. The other one saves. Islarin, you're going to suffer 27 points of damage again.
That will knock me unconscious.
You are unconscious, which gets rid of bless on some of the party.
does.
The fourth dragon will opens its jaws and it can reach. Who are we going to do this on? 1, 2, 3. Can't reach her. So I can reach 3 different targets here. Who are we going to focus on? 1, 2, 3. That's going to be Eowyn. Eowyn, you're the only one who's going to be actually 30 feet from here. Oh, I can spray them. So yeah, it's going to be Eowyn. We're going to target those as well. So I need Eowyn to make a dexterity saving throw. As I am rolling way too high for you guys. All right. So, Eowyn, you're going to suffer 55 acid damage, which I think knocks you unconscious.
It does.
Okay. The fifth dragon here is going to reach out and target. Let's see, I can target 1, 2, 3. I can't reach him, so 23. That's going to target directly this way. So just her. She succeeds and takes no damage because of evasion. This dragon here can't reach anybody. This dragon here can target one of 3 people. And that's going to be Twilight. Twilight, the spray from there is going to reach backwards 30 feet to there. Twilight's call. Need you roll a dexterity saving throw along with Zerona.
For some reason, Beyond 20 is not allowing me to roll off of Serona's character sheet. So her dex is a +2.
Okay. All right.
She's ready to make it.
She will suffer 44 points of damage.
And I am resistant.
To acid? Awesome.
I am.
Cool.
So it would have been 22 cut in half, so 11.
Yes, sir. And then the dragons will continue flying. And we're going to fly 80 feet to there. This spiritual weapon's back here still. All right. So we get some opportunity attacks as they did their flyby. And so, Winkle, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay. This would be with a melee weapon. And since you don't have any melee weapons out right now, you'd have to use your unarmed strike or your horns. So up to you which one you'd like to do.
Horns.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, your horns did not gouge it. Ayla, did you want to strike it?
Yeah, I've got a spear
Okay.
that I will try to gouge him with, and I'm doing this guy as he flew over. Oh, come on. There we go.
As your spear thrusts outwards, unfortunately, it flexed and bent. All right. I did have this lady here, and Eowyn is unconscious, so Eowyn can't swing at the moment. But she will swing her scimitar and miss. This one could have swung as well. She will swing and hit this guy for 9 damage. And she suffers damage coming back at her to the tune of 11. All right.
Okay, my sound cut out again just as we were doing mine. I know I probably got acid damage. How much was it?
You missed, so you did not.
Okay. Oh, right, 16. Right. Okay, got it.
Okay. That is the extent of their turn. Zerona is not feeling so good. Twilight, what would Zerona do?
Sorona's going to limp back onto the deck, right about there. And she's gonna whimper, whine, and moan, and ask for assistance.
Okay. Awesome. So, after Serona, we go to Covet von Sin.
Hold on just a second. This went weird. I just want to measure something real quick. Okay, so she is going to shoot this one.
Okay.
With Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
27.
You will blast it, dealing 11 damage to that one.
I'm just gonna hit it again. Wow. 20.
A 20 will hit it and destroy it, as again your Eldritch Blast rips it from tail to head, the double heads popping at the end, spraying acid into the sea.
And then she looks at this one and throws her last one at that one.
I'm sorry, which one? This one here? Oh, way over there. Gotcha. Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, your last one fizzles.
It's alright.
I hate it when it fizzles.
And
What are we talking about, Bleakle?
and then let's see. She looks at Twilight and says, Sorona's looking rough. Do you need help?
It should be fine.
Great. Ow. Okay, so she moves 30. And she can't get any farther. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. End turn.
Okay. So, after Covet von Sin blasts and tears one of these drakes asunder, we go to Islar Shonazeth, who needs to make a death saving throw. Which is a success. Good. She is on her way towards stabilization. Twilight's Call.
Checking the range of something like I don't want these to have any further impact, so I'm going to take 4 shots at this one.
Okay.
Oof.
That will critically
fine.
miss.
Will.
Perhaps
Worried
it's
about
the
it?
whining of Serona.
Probably so. There we go.
All right. And that was at which one? I'm sorry.
This one over here.
Okay, understood. This one over here will suffer 18 points of piercing damage. Now, did you roll a concentration on your Swift Quiver spell earlier?
Did not, but it was 11 points of damage.
Right, so it's a DC 10. So you don't have that, unfortunately.
Alright, well then that last one went of.
All right.
All that.
Islarin, you've been granted inspiration.
What's the range on Bardic Inspiration? It is. In that case, I will do a bonus action healing word on Serona.
Okay,
Steadfast.
understood.
Steadfast is the word.
Steadfast is the word today.
And that should.
Cool. Anything else? No?
No.
Eowyn, I need you to roll a death saving throw, please.
Oh, I didn't realize everyone was down.
How do you roll them?
Just a d20, please. Or if you've reduced your hit points to 0 on the sheet, it should have a death throw interface up there. The 4, Eowyn approaches death. Rolmos looks at the situation. Lord Twilight, will you drive the ship so I may assist our friends?
Absolutely.
And Rolmos is going to leap and slide down the rail to here. He will then use his action to dash to Eowyn's side, where he will provide Eowyn with a potion of healing. Eowyn, you recovered 9 hit points and are no longer dying. Winkle, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna. Gotta find my mouse. Give me a second.
It's probably in your hand. Shooting at that one up there?
I'm gonna use the strong shot.
Okay. And that'll be a critical strike, followed by another strong shot. So that's going to deal 17 plus 6 is 25 points of piercing damage as the arrow flies true and strikes it in the rear. Then the 24 follows right into the same hole. Both arrows are consumed by the acid, but have injured this thing grievously.
So we're gonna do one more shot.
Yes, sir. Thwack! The arrow goes sailing into the distant sea. Somewhere a small fish dies.
You're blessed. Roll
Yep.
Okay.
1d4.
She says I'm blessed. Hold
Do you
on.
know how to do that? Okay.
On your character sheet, the lower left, you should see the die icon. Or that's not there anymore. That's strange.
No, it's there.
Okay. Mine's not there.
His isn't there either.
All right. So what you'll need to do is in roll 20 on the battle map, along the left-hand side, you have the toolbar. The very last option there is dice. Click on that. You can click on D20 and it will just roll a D20.
D4.
Oh, D4, I'm sorry. We want the D4 because it's a plus. There you go. So the D4 was a 1, so the 16 did miss. All good. But you learned how to do that.
Yeah.
Understood. Cool. And I seem to have misplaced my turn tracker. All right. After Winkle, we go to Ayla Taylor, unless Winkle wanted to move.
Okay, everybody within
No, I'm
60 feet of me can benefit from mass healing word, and we got 2 people that are pretty injured, so I'm going to cast mass healing word.
Okay. Awesome. So mass healing word heals everybody for 15. As Ayla proves amazingly useful here. So that's going to be 15 there. 15 over here. 15 there. It's already recovered 15 hit points and are conscious once again. Excellent.
Okay, and then I'm going to move to the other side of the ship so that my aura can reach anything that might come closer.
Understood. After Ayla, it becomes their turn. The dragons are going to continue their flight, and we're going to move 80 feet to here. And then we're going to wheel around, changing direction, and head back towards the ship. There. All right. We are going to try to recharge breath weapons for next round. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons. So they get this back only on a 6. So 6d6. None of them got their breath weapons back. All right. Zerona, what would you like to do?
Zerona's gonna move.
Wow, 66, not a single one.
Zerona's gonna move closer to everybody else. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Twilight's gonna be driving the boat. So Zerona's not gonna go in.
Okay. Anything else, Twilight, for Zerona?
First room.
Nope. All right. After Zerona, we go to the Von Sin. What would Lady Von Sin like to do?
Okay, seeing them come back, she gets a little scared. And she's like, well, it worked last time. Maybe I'll get lucky. And is it from here? Checking measurements? Yes. She is going to cast Circle of Death.
A Circle of Death once again.
4.
All right, here we go. As you channel the necrotic energies of your patron, the darkness washes outwards and the spell is cast, dealing
There we go, 27.
Constitution saving throws, and that's going to affect 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. All but one of them fails and suffers 27 necrotic damage each. All right.
Right there.
Yes, ma'am. And this one here did save and will suffer 13.
Do you want me
Excellent.
to put that out there? Linger?
Nope, I got it. I already did that. Anything else, Coven Von Sin?
I'm just refreshing because it's not showing on mine. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still not showing on mine. I don't know why. Okay. Let's see. Bonus action. She's gonna go ahead and put the empowered hex on this one.
Okay. Awesome.
I know I can't do anything on that one yet, but I wasn't certain whether I could do it, and I can, so that'll happen next time.
Very well. Islarin Shonazeth is currently prone on the ship. What would you like to do, madam?
I will use half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
I will use my bonus action to drink a healing potion off of my belt.
Recovered 5 hit points. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. But I will Okay. I need to make sure I'm positioned properly. I think if I go to here, that's within 60 feet. That's within 60 feet. Okay. I will cast command on this one, and oh, cover just text that out, but cool. I think I'm still going to cast command on the one that covered hexed.
Very well. What is the
so-
command?
The flee.
Flee. Very well. Their wisdom saving throws. 1, 2, 3. Will all succeed. Islaren, the command to flee is ignored by the spawn of Vagradan. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, with +3 wisdom. Oh, that's the dice.
Yep. All right.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think the only
I think you have one
thing I
space
can
of movement
do
left.
is, yep, that's all I'll do. I'll move a little bit closer.
Cool. Then, Mr. The Call. What would you like to do, sir?
Twilight will dismount from Serrano and take hold of the helm.
Yes, sir.
And we'll look at the spawn of Vagradan and we'll say, as the heir to the sire of your master Vagradan, I command you to flee.
Okay. And you're casting command?
Oh, I'm not casting shit.
Okay.
Actually, real quick, need to snap the corners, circle. But I'm not sure if you can see that.
I can.
Alright. Alright. That will be a technique of muddled thoughts.
Okay, so that's right here. Boom. Muddle Thoughts. Awesome. Is this a renamed spell, I assume?
Yes, Synthetic Static.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. They will all fail this, suffering 30 damage each.
And then they subtract a d6 from all of their activities.
Understood. Got it. And I will mark them so we track which ones have that. Awesome, sir. Anything else?
And a bonus action of healing word again on Serrano.
Okay. Sweet. Your healing word heals Serena for 6. Eowyn, you are currently prone, but alive. What would you like to do?
I want to get up. That's first thing.
Okay, that's half your movement.
If I use up all my movement, would I still be able to do an action?
Yes.
I want to move over here then.
Okay. What's the action you'd like to do?
How far away are these two?
From you right now, they're pretty far. So, let's see here. This one here is 60 feet away. This one is 80.
Can I cast Fireball at them?
These two over here? Sure.
And I looked at it. It has a range of 150.
Right. So, you can absolutely do that. So, we're going to do the fireball over there. Over there, we can do the fireball, and it would be like that. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Awesome. So, let's
it's at 4th level.
4th level. Okay. So, fireball goes out. That's a good one. Dexterity saving throws. They both succeed and will each suffer 12 damage from the fire.
Wow.
All right. You still have a bonus action if you choose to use it, Eowyn. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I still have a potion.
Okay.
Is that
You want to use
a
it?
bonus?
Yes, it is.
How do you roll it?
If you click on it, it will have the die roll there. You just click on the description where the die roll is.
Oh.
And you'll recover 14 hit points. Just scratch that potion off your character sheet. As that was a good potion. All right.
That was
Romos Manigath looks at the situation and goes, "It's Lauren, my lady." And he's going to, goodness, just out of range. He's going to run up the stairs here, and he's going to give you a potion with his after doing a dash. So, 4d4 plus 4. You will recover 14 hit points.
He's not throwing it at her.
No. This is not Baldur's Gate 3. Bwinkle, the great Musatar. What would you like to do?
I'm going to take a shot at. Wait a minute.
At the far one over here? Got it. Winkle's bow twangs, dealing 23 points of damage once again. Another arrow. Draw one from your quiver. Place it on the bowstring and loose. The second one missed, but the third one did hit for 21 points of damage. Good shooting, sir. Anything else, Bwinkle?
Yeah, I want to move
Yes, sir.
to. Let's see. 30 feet.
Where are we going?
Next to.
Next to Ayla? Awesome. Right there? Cool. Awesome. As Bwinkle stands next to you, you can smell his natural musk, Ayla. Ayla, what would you like to do?
kind of nice. It's kind of nice.
It's kind of nice. Does it smell like Old Spice and moose?
No, it's better than that.
It's better than that. Wow.
Okay,
Bwinkle, what does this smell like? What's Bwinkle's scent of choice?
Of course, moose, but also I like bathing in mooseberries.
Moose berries, so he's sweet. Understood.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Lord.
The
Guy that's up here that's almost dead, I'm hoping I can get him dead.
This one here? Okay.
Yes. And I will cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Okay. As the guiding bolt charges up and is thrown, the 19 will hit, dealing 13 radiant damage. Now, I need you to re-roll that because this is the first attack against it, and Eowyn already hit it with the guiding bolt. So, you do have advantage on this one. We can check for a critical strike. Okay, but you did hit for
critical.
13 damage.
Full strike.
And the next attack against it has advantage once again. That's when it becomes their turn. We're going to try to recharge those breath weapons one more time. And one of them recharges their breath weapon. And that would be the 5th one, which is the one on the end here. All right.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's the 5th one. Much to Zerona and Twilight's chagrin, it is the 5th one.
Okay.
And so the rest of them are going to approach and alight on the ship. The Fantastic Four will take their prepared actions. Yes?
As this one enters my reach, I'm going to attack it.
Very
Full
well.
on master.
Sure.
And we'll put a little smite into that too.
All right.
2d8.
All right. So that's going to deal 23 plus 9 is 32, correct? Awesome. You smote this
Take
one.
some acid damage in return, I'm sure.
Yep. Acid damage coming back at you will deal 10. It's wisdom
And
saving
this
throw
one came
for.
into my
Yep.
aura.
Yes, ma'am. I failed. How much damage do I take from the aura?
13.
Understood. 13 damage there. The ladies here are going to take their prepared actions to swing their scimitars once and twice. Neither of them cut anything. This one here will take hers. And
Minus
she
a
missed-
D6.
I'm sorry?
Minus a D6.
So these are these aren't
The Fantastic Four are the ones
dragons swinging.
attacking.
Oh, okay.
The crewmen, crew women, crew people. All right. Now the drakes are going to attack. And we're going to start with the top one here, who is going to attack either the crew woman or Eowyn, 1d2. We'll choose to attack the crew woman. And we get to use a bite and 2 claws each. A bite will hit a claw and a claw. So a total of minus d6s, please. All right, the first one is reduced to a miss. The second one will still hit and deal 10 damage, but the bite missed, which is the big one. Awesome. Over here, this one is going to attack one of the 2 people in its reach. 1d2. Will attack a Slarin with the bite and 2 claws. A critical strike is Slarin.
That's reduced to a normal hit with my adamantine armor, but it does hit.
All right, that will deal 19 damage. The claw from that one, Islarin, will render you unconscious.
Yep.
And then the second claw attack against Islarin. Does a 20 pierce your armor, Islarin?
Does not.
Okay, you do not suffer death saving throws from that one. This one is going to attack one of the 2 crew here. Roll 1d2. She will attack that one once, twice more, and 2 of those will hit. The first one dealing 24 damage, and then rendering her unconscious. All right. One over here attacks the crew. Bite, claw, claw, missing all 3. This one attacks Covet, and I do have negative 1d6 on these. A natural 1 will miss Covet with the bite. However, I will critically strike Covet with a claw.
I will silvery barbs that.
You're going to silvery barbs that one. The silvery barbs results in a 20 to claw at Islarin, but minus 1d6. And who would you like to grant D22, sir? All right. Does a 19 slash you Covet?
Yeah.
All right. Who are you granting your D22, Twilight?
It's a covet.
Okay. Understood. The second claw against Covet von Sin be a 15. That should miss.
So that's a total of
12 to miss you?
12 to miss me, yes.
Okay. Lastly, this one did have its breath weapon back. And that's unfortunate because the only people it can reach are Sharona and Twilight. We both need to make dexterity saving throws against a DC 14 or suffer 51 acid damage.
So Twilight has advantage.
Okay. So, Twilight, you will suffer 25 and resistance, so you will suffer 12 acid damage. And Zerona's dexterity saving throw.
Even if she saves it, she doesn't have enough hit points.
Very well. Zerona will pop out of existence with a whimper.
I bring it back.
All right. That is the extent of their turn. Miss Von Sin.
Needless to say, she ain't happy. So she is going to go ahead and, because the Empowered Hex is on that one, she's going to go ahead and roll the Empowered Hex.
Okay.
That's an additional
low roll.
5. Yeah, very low roll. It's okay.
3d6 got a 5. Ouch.
And she's going to cast let's see, she's gonna do her Eldritch Blast on that one right there, pushing it. Yeah, she's gonna do just regular Eldritch Blast on that one.
Okay. All right. That's going to deal 23 points of damage. And you push it away?
Nope, it's gonna stay right there.
Okay.
And then she's going to cast an Eldritch Blast on this one.
Okay.
Push that one away into the Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So it's going to be like right here on the edge, pushing it back.
No, it won't. As again, your Eldritch Blast tears this one apart. The acid sprays into the sea.
Okay.
All right.
I
If you
see.
do not have the temporary hit points on that, how many temporary hit points do you have right now?
I have currently 46.
Yeah, you do not gain more than 46 right now.
Nope. Okay, and then she looks at this one and says, "Go away," and casts Eldritch Blast on this one and pushing it backwards.
Okay. And that one you will deal 11 damage to and blast it away from you 10 feet. So there. Anything else, Covet von Sin?
Just the fact that she's getting angry and she's just getting really over this and is ready just to. Oh wait, don't wait a second. Hold up. Can I check for crit on this one?
Why would you have advantage?
Because I have the
You used it on this one. It's your first d20 roll.
Oh, it's the first D20 roll?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay, well, can I check for crit on that one?
Yes.
Okay. No. Okay.
All good. Sweet. Anything else? Any movement? Bonus actions?
She's going to move this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Unfortunately, you moved out of reach of this one, so it's going to take its bite attack on you because there's a reach of 10 feet. A 13 will miss you. 10 will
Completely
miss
misses.
you. Yep.
Yep.
All right. Islarn Shonazath. You are unconscious and dying once again. That's a success, Islarn. You're getting good at this. Mr. The Call.
She's got her bardic inspiration for Volmos.
Yes, but that doesn't matter because it's a success.
So
wouldn't-
Twilight is extremely.
And probably get a nat 20, so.
Twilight is extremely upset that the breath weapon removes Verona, and he's gonna have to summon her back. So he's going to rickroll this spawn.
Gonna rickroll it. All right, the earworm with an
With the
intelligence
psychic lance.
lance, it will succeed.
I will silvery barbs that.
Who would you like to give your D20 to, sir?
Back to Covet.
All right. The intelligence saving throw results in a 19. It resists your music. And no, we're not going to make him sing it because I don't want him to.
Let's do the time warp again.
All right. So, Twilight, you have unfortunately not affected this dragon with your bad music. What would you like to do? Apparently, you
That's not-
can't suck bad enough to inflict pain at the moment.
Oh, evidently I cannot. That's poor.
All right.
I will continue to drive the boat.
All right. Eowyn, you have your dragon slaying longsword out. What would you like to do?
If I move here, will I still have enough action to smash it?
Yes, and you would have advantage.
Okay.
As the dragon slaying longsword slashes downwards with advantage, it is a critical strike
No!
from the dragon slaying longsword. All right. So that's going to deal 40 plus. Sorry, we're going to double this after the fact. So it's 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus busted strikes of 13 is 33. You're going to deal 66 damage to the dragon, killing it with your dragon slaying longsword.
Whoa!
You do suffer some acid damage back due to it, dealing 10 acid back at you. As Eowyn cleaves downwards through this being. All right. Eowyn, you still have 2 squares of movement if you'd like to use them.
Yeah, I think I'm just there.
Awesome. Cool. Ramos Manigath is going to take his last potion and feed it to Islarin. Islarin, you recover 6 hit points. He will use half of his movement to stand you up. He will use the other half of his movement to move you away to here. And that's the extent of his. Oh, he still has his action. Using his action, he pulls out a light crossbow and will fire it twice at the nearest dragon. This one. He will fire once and twice, missing both times. Winkle. What would
Winkle.
our tanky archer do?
I still can use archery even this close, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I want to use a power shot.
Okay, the strong shot. As he draws back his bow, the tension fills that thing. And as you release the arrow, it sails right through the serpentine coils.
Do it again.
Yes, sir. This time you shoot the ship nearly at your feet. Your attempts to impress Ayla are failing.
We try it one more time.
Yes, sir. The 15, the arrow sails into the sea. You do have your action surge if you wanted to use it. Did you want to use that now, or did you want to save it for later?
I want to use it now.
All right. As you use your action surge, you get to take 3 more shots.
Is he raging?
No, he's not raging. But neither is he sitting, so he's not sitting bull or raging bull. The 22 will pierce it, dealing 10 damage. Your third shot, sir.
There we go.
Also skips off of its scales. You were too fast
All right.
for your own good, Bwinkle. Any movement you'd like to do?
Yeah, I want to. Oh, I'll stay right where I am. Thank you.
Okay. And then we go to Ayla Taylor.
Okay, Ayla's going to cast Mass Healing Word one more time, and I'll get everybody except Twilight. Sorry, Twilight.
All right, just over here driving the boat. Look,
Everyone will recover 13 hit points. All right, so that heals this lady here for 13. Which is helpful. All right, I think that's every. Oh, she needs 13 hit points over there as well.
Is Lauren does this Lauren get it too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Awen?
able to get every because
This
it's
is
60
this
feet.
this bar is with those 13 hit points included.
Yep.
Oh God!
Awen, did you recover 13 hit points?
Am I close enough to?
You are.
Yes.
The only person
Everybody
who
was
isn't
within
is
60 feet.
Twilight.
I don't need it.
Okay.
All right. So, anything else, Ayla? That's your bonus action.
Yeah, let me use my action. And I'm going to cast a Sacred Flame at this little fella right here.
All right. So, his dexterity saving throw as he tries to dodge away from the radiant energy fails, and he will suffer 23 radiant damage. All right. You did the same damage as Winkle's 6 attacks.
damn.
Rub it
I
in.
know. All right. That's it.
Winkle, not only does she protect you, but she can do some output as well. She's a little scary.
I know, I like it.
Understood. So, after Ayla, it becomes their turn. We're going to try to recharge our breath weapons. I have 4 guys now.
What's the damage on this?
Oh, yeah, the wisdom saving throw for the Spirit Guardians, please. All right, how much damage did I suffer from Spirit Guardians, Ayla? $16, and so 16 damage there. My breath weapons attempt to recharge. None of them did. So we're going to start attacking. And this guy does not like that Spirit Guardians, but we're going to simply attack someone in range. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 targets for that guy. 1d4. 4. We attack his Lauren Shonoseth.
Or is Lauren?
It's Lauren. I bite at thee. With the 12 I miss. A claw at thee. A 13 I miss. And a 10 misses you.
Wow,
This-
for somebody
That's the sigh of relief.
for somebody who's like who's really really hurt, they're really dexterous right now. Just dodging.
As long as
Hey,
not even done
Larian,
with it, she's just like
stop
like, just-
bathing in bacon.
she's just like bracing herself and like deflecting it off of her armor, just trying as hard as she can to stay alive.
These two down here are going to make a loop-de-loop and reapproach the ship. We'll start with the pilot of the ship as we attempt to bite Twilight's call with an 18, sir.
It's not.
How about a claw of an 11
Does not.
or a natural 1?
Get out of here. I already told you my association with Vagradan. Leave.
This one then attacks one of the two ladies here, 1d2. Covet von Sin, I bite down upon thee. For does it 17 strike you?
It does.
You will suffer 11 points of damage. And then claw at you with a critical strike.
I will silver. No, I don't have my reaction.
You do not have your reaction. Covet von Sin, you are going to suffer 16 plus 6, so 22 points of damage as he tears you. I believe that's still temporary hit points, correct?
Oh yeah.
And then the second claw will hit you for an additional 9, which is still temporary hit points.
Yep.
Okay.
I am now down to actual hit points now. So
Oh no! Miss Von Sin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
she has the hex move to this one.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I need you to roll 2 concentration checks. Got to be DC 10, because it did hit you. Or DC 11 and then DC 10. Hold on to your hex.
Okay, so one of these is at advantage, so I'm going to go ahead and do
Yep, that's the first one.
this. Good on both.
Okay. Cool.
I'm good on that one too.
Awesome. So you do have the empowered hex. You move it to this target.
Okay.
And then what do you do?
Okay, so the empowered hex gets rolled first for 10.
That's a good
And
one.
then I go to well, fine. She's gonna do this one at disadvantage because she's right next to it,
Yes, ma'am.
but push it back.
Okay.
So with a 22.
A 22 will blast it, dealing 21 points of damage to it. And blasting it backwards. To there.
Okay. Okay, so Eldritch Blast again
Okay.
on that one.
Sure.
And it's pushing it back another 10 feet.
Understood. That'll deal 22 damage.
And then she points at this one with her other hand and pushes that one back 10 feet.
Let's see.
She does it.
He does. As you free Twilight from being threatened, anything else you'd like to do?
She screams at both of these that she just hit. I said leave.
They ignore your threat. And
Maybe I can be intimidating.
we're going to do one more round here. Islarin Shonazath, what would you like to do?
Alright, I'm gonna climb back up here. I'm going to move her out of the way. I want to put her here.
Very well.
I'm going to use my action to lay on hands. I'm going to have to do this on myself because I'm not survive if I don't. So I will give myself 50 hit points.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Awesome. As Lauren hulks up, we go to Twilight's Call.
He was really upset that it didn't work the first time, so he's going to try and insert his earworm yet again for this night.
All right. With an intelligence saving throw of a 19, it will resist.
Plus, I'm going to use my reaction on this yet again.
Who would you like to current your D20 to, sir?
It's going back to Covet.
Okay. The intelligence saving throw reroll is a 19.
That's why he's nice.
I can't force my inspiration on that roll, can I?
You cannot.
Damn it.
All right. Apparently this guy is more intelligent than he looks.
Evidently, good lord. Was that 4
Literally
rolls?
less than a 1% chance of succeeding on all 4 of those rolls.
He's rolled 4 dice above a 17 on that character.
Anything you'd like to do with your bonus action or movement?
Yeah, I'm actually going to use my blessing of MKO.
Okay.
And teleport and then move right back into position at the helm.
Getting resistance to all damage?
Yes.
Understood. Eowyn the Dragon Slayer, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm here.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Would I be able to move here?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Sure. And what would you like to do from there?
I'll cast Scorching Ray on this one.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. This first Scorching Ray misses. The second one misses. However, the third one will burn it for 6 fire damage.
It just reminded me why I stopped using it.
All right. So after Eowyn, we go to Rolmos. Rolmos is going to stabilize his crewman, his crew member, using his medicine check. Succeeding, she is stable but unconscious, and he will use half of his movement to move her to there. And look at the situation. Slarin, I'm with you, but I need to protect her, and is going to move 15 feet away with her. Winkle, what would you like to do?
Winkle looks at that damn dragon and tells him, "You're making me look bad."
The dragon thinks, how can I make you do something you're already good at?
I take my strong shot,
Yes, sir.
fire at blank.
And you will deal 26 piercing damage to it.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
Yes, sir.
He sounds upset.
A 14 will miss, sir.
One more time. One more time.
And one
Got
more.
this.
And fortunately, a 14 will miss.
My moosey senses are not working.
Now, I did forget to attack with the Fantastic Force, so we are going to go ahead and do that now. So, 1, 2, 3. We'll hit for 5. And she suffers acid damage coming back at her. Three. So she will hit twice for 12. And she takes damage coming back at her twice. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, and we're going to dash up to here to protect Twilight. Alright. So, after Winkle, we go to Ayla Taylor. Ayla! He's trying so hard.
I know, but I'm going to try to get this thing this time.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot it with Guiding Bolt.
Okay. With a 15, your guiding bolt sails into the distance like a star. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it. That's it.
Cool. It becomes their turn. We're going to try to recharge the breath weapons. I have 4 of them. 4d6. 2 breath weapons are back. This is not good. The first breath weapon will be here. I mentioned this was the last round for today.
Yep.
All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4 targets I can breathe at. Who are going to breathe at? We're going to breathe acid 30 feet to here, which is going to include Ayla, Winkle, and the crew. So, Ayla, Winkle, and the crew need to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws. The crew saves, taking no damage. Winkle saves. However, Winkle, you are going to suffer half of the damage, which is going to be 27 acid damage. Ayla is going to suffer 55 points of acid damage.
Did they take the Spirit Guardians first?
The other one will, yes. So we'll get to that one's turn in a moment. This one over here is going to do its breath weapon outwards, and I think I can get all 3 of you at the moment. Yeah, I can get all 3 of you, so we'll just do that. So, dexterity saving throws for Twilight, Aowen, and the crew. Uh-oh. She's going to suffer 44 points of damage. All right, Aowen and Twilight, you each would suffer 22 points of damage. 22. Twilight, you suffer 11 because you're resistant to acid. Over here, this one starts its turn in the Spirit Guardians. If Ayla was able to do the concentration check of a DC 27. Hold
We
on.
need to have started there before it got the roll on the breath.
Oh, you're correct. Yep. So, you are correct. So, A 14, I failed. How much Spirit Guardian's damage did I take? He has 20 hit points. He suffered 19. He is at 1 health.
Of course. Of course.
19.
All right. So, Ayla, your Spirit Guardians is going to go away. All right. So that went away. And it's going to try to ravage one of the 3 targets in range. Who are we going to try to ravage? 1d3. The crew person. We bite the crew person, missing. We claw at the crew person and miss. We claw at the crew person and deal 8 points of damage. She's still up. Lastly, this one here. Hesitant for Kevin Vonson.
That's fine.
We bite at Kevin Vonson with a 10. We
Miss.
claw at Kevin Vonson with a 20.
Still misses.
Okay.
I mean, still hits. Sorry, still hits.
Okay.
So that's 10.
Yes. I need a con save.
Oh wait, that's double.
You're fine. Don't have to.
Okay.
And then the claw, well, 13 will miss.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Now, does this guy get to save against that synaptic static at the end of his turns?
Take a look.
I believe that's how that works. Yeah. So he is no longer affected by that. All right. That is the extent of their turn. We go to the missing Zerona, and then Kevin Vonson, how are we going to end today's session?
Okay, so let's take care of one of these issues. Okay, first off, she is going to have the empowered hex go off on this one. Let's see how well that goes. 8, not very high, but we'll take it. Then she goes and does Eldritch Blast on this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Pushing back 10 feet.
All right, you'll deal 22 points of damage and blasting it away 10 feet away from you once again.
She looks at this one and does an Eldritch Blast on that one.
Kind of just turreting over here. Unfortunately, that one missed Covet with the 17.
Gonna do it again.
Yes, ma'am. The third blast from your Eldritch Blast will hit and destroy that one. It's again, it pops as it rips open the sides.
And that one was an additional, what, 6 points of temp health?
6 temporary hit points.
Okay. That's all 3 of them. That's all I can do.
All right. Then we will come back, unless you want to move or bonus action.
The empowered hex was a bonus action.
Yes, ma'am.
So she's going to step back just a little bit farther.
All right. And then we will come back next week to find out the fate of the Managath's might, as it truly is us against the gods. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me to be yours. Do watch the FYI channel in Discord for upcoming events. I do have an event tomorrow, which is a one-shot tutorial for the 2024 rules. I also have the one-shot on November 21st, which is Uni and the Hunt for the Lost Horn. There are several tickets still available for that, and that is a private event. So if you are interested in playing in one of my games, sign up for that over at gmeric.com. Also, I've got merchandise on the website, including the Iris stickers. If you guys like Iris, Holiday Iris magnets are now on the website, and Rust Monsters don't like her, so they will stay away from your fridge, guaranteed. Also, the clip contest is going on, so if there was a moment you liked from the session, toss a timestamp or clip in the clip contest channel, and you'll be automatically entered for a pixel dice. It's really, really cool. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Beneath Fallen Skies, as they're delving and dealing with a whole bunch of kobold-like monsters. Wonderful time, guys. Stay safe, and we'll catch you guys later.